and you are listening to the 1920 Continental League of American Baseball's opening day coverage as Amalgamated Baseball Holdings face off against our beloved Milwaukee Dutchmen. And we have quite the game in store for you here at the Milwaukee Baseball Grounds. I believe we do have our public address announcer to announce the starting lineup and the batting order of the teams. So let us go down to that at this time. Good evening, Milwaukee, and welcome to Milwaukee Baseball Grounds for the first game of the 1920 Continental League season, featuring our defending champions, Milwaukee Dutchmen. Yes, of course, hop to the Dutchmen, as always. Nonetheless, we have very quickly coming up our games as the Dutchmen, as the members of the 1919 team, have received their championship copper rings. Let us bring out and introduce the starting lineup of the visiting team, Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. Batting first, the second baseman, number 42, Todd Gonzalez. Batting second, the shortstop, number 8, Bobson Dognut. Batting third, the left fielder, number 11, Mike Sanandez. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 24, Mike Truck. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 49, Ortiz Ranchez. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 2, Orlando Dwin. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 19, Raul Chamberlain. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 37, Willie Dustis. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, number 14, Tim Wakefield. And let us give a good hop and a warm welcome to the starting lineup for opening day of 1920, the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Batting first, the second baseman, number 10, Ben Mark Stramplison. Batting second, number 27, the third baseman, Venus Jackson. Batting third, the first baseman, number 4, Booty Crooks. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 28, Bustles Moxon. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 11, Hoon McMunch. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 45, Chesty Squiders. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 59, Joey Bread. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 15, Rob Dobstar. And taking the mound for the Milwaukee Dutchmen, number 30, Con Wolfelson. And we encourage all fans in attendance to make a lot of noise as the Milwaukee Dutchmen begin their 1920 campaign to defend their Continental League championship. Yes, a rousing hop indeed to the Dutchmen. A hop to the Dutchmen. In this, the first of an elongated season, a proper length, 84 games. And you may notice some familiar faces, some not so familiar faces. The Milwaukee Dutchmen, of course, interestingly enough, as foul ball the first pitch of the 1920 Continental League season. Features Todd Gonzalez. It's 1 and 2 as Wufelson. Goes that one low. Ball 2 and a full count already on the first batter, Gonzalez. He's going to hit that one right to Venus Jackson. Should be an easy throw to Booty Cooks, and the first out is recorded. A couple of new faces on the rosters, as you may have noticed. again, both these teams with their dedicated developmental squads. The Milwaukee Dutchmen, of course, using the Leighton Park Lowlanders. They brought in 4 new players, as that is an easy out made to the center fielder. Chesty Swiders with the catch. And here's Mike Hernandez. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, of course, finishing last place last year. In no way is that any less dangerous of a team. They have made 7 changes overall to their side as Swiders makes the catch, a 1-2-3 inning. And one of the first players we'll see for the new Amalgamated Baseball Holdings is a very impressive pitcher for wholly owned baseball subsidiaries, Tim Wakefield. We did in fact see him play very well in the nursery league, as he's going to strike out Ben Walker-Samplerson to get things started. And this is Ronald McSticks. You're listening to 9XM. Milwaukee Dutchmen baseball coverage throughout the entirety of the 1920 Continental League season. That is going to be an easy grab by Wakefield. Willie Dustis for out number 2. Here is Woody Quooks, the first baseman. 2 outs. He's going to foul that one off down to over the third base line. And this crowd bravely decked out in orange and white, as that is a first out. Another 1-2-3 inning. And Con Wuthelson will take them out again with a scoreless start. And here is the man that was a one-man all-star team, Mike Truck. He's going to start things off. He's not going to hit a home run. He is going to start things off with the first hit of the Continental League season with a single, bringing up a new player, Ortiz Ranchez, a third baseman, a spot that Amalgamated Baseball Holdings was very happy to see show up in their developmental system. Definitely up the batting, and that's going to be an easy double play. Truck is tagged on the way, and that is a Fancy Dan double play. Brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your pop with Fancy Dan. Well ball. They come back to sponsor our double plays. And we have filled the count up once again to Orlando Dwin, who played again very strongly for the wholly owned baseball subsidiaries, the WOBs, as they've been called affectionately by those of Schenectady and greater upstate New York. But it's still going to be a 1-2-3 inning, thanks to the double play. Here is Bustles Muxon. Again, familiar faces all around for the Dutchmen. Of course, they did finish the season 28-14. So not a lot of new faces to really bring up. But that's going to be a strikeout. Wakefield is coming in heavy and hot for this. They may have found themselves a new ace, have the Amalgamated Baseball Holdings team. And Ranchez unable. Good running there, as Chesty Swiders, 6th in the lineup, will have a runner on first to work with. And Wakefield, that's going to be popped up behind the backstop. 1-1. And what a catch! Oh, I must say that catch is worth the salt by Todd Gonzalez, stretching out. And that catch, of course, brought to you by Salt. You can try it on anything. Found wherever salt is sold. Joey Brad, another new face, and that's going to be yet another one. Willie Dustis stretching out across the first base line. Make it hitless game for the first 2 innings. Top of the third, Raul Chamberlain, the catcher for ABH, Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, the Schenectady, New York team, coming all the way over to Milwaukee. To the good land, of course. And 1-1, that should be an easy one. Played by Hoon McMunch. Throw to Woody Cooks. And it's the first out. Hoon McMunch, new face to the Dutchmen. Played well for the Leighton Park Lowlanders. But shortstop, a very high profile position to be enjoying for a championship side, and that's going to be another strikeout for Con Wuthelson. He has really come alive with his strikeouts. Not necessarily a stat that we saw expecting from him, but here's Tim Wakefield. And all to end Industry, the pitcher for ABH. Well, he's got a cannon of an arm, and he can send ammunition out of this Milwaukee baseball ground. It is 1-0. The first hit of the game is a home run by the pitcher, Tim Wakefield. And we go to the top of the lineup, second time around. Paul Utherson facing Todd Gonzalez. He gets the out, and it is a 1-0 game. My mistake, it was not the first hit of the season. It was, in fact, the first run scored. But Wakefield, that is, and he's going to go right out to the mound. Well, he is a one-man army using his one-man arm. That's going to be popped up for the catcher, Chamberlain. He grabs it in foul territory. It's the first out. And here's the pitcher, Con Huthelson. Big swing on that one for the first strike. And that's going to be a big swing and a miss. Wakefield is dealing them. And here comes Ben Stramplerson, top of the order for the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Big swing by Stramplerson. And he's going to let that one go high. It's ball 1-2 to count. And that might drop if he can get in time. No, it's going to be right to the glove of Mike Hernandez. Well covered into left field. And it's still 1-0 after 3 innings. And Amalgamated Baseball Holdings go to Bobson Dugnut. Foul ball! Foul ball, that's the first pitch, and that's going to be a single right up the middle. Chesty Squiders will field it, and it's a single to get things started for ABH here at the top of the fourth, bringing up Mike Hernandez. That is high, popped up to left field. Easy catch for Joey Brad, and too shallow for the runner to tag up Bobson Dugnut. Of course, here comes Mike Brock with the single. The only one of 2 hits, and he's going to single again right to Squiders. It's going to stay with runners on first and second, 1 out. And Ortiz Ranchez 0 for 1 after his first at-bat in the second inning. Takes ball 1. And that is snagged by Beanish Jackson. Not even time for the runners to advance. So it's 1 out. It's only 1 out on the play, 2 outs. But it's a much better situation, although that's going to be a play at the plate. Runner is going to score. A throw to Rob Dobson, not in time. It is 2-0 to ABH. And here is Raul Chamberlain, the catcher. That's going to be foul on the first pitch. Not make good contact. And that's going to be just foul. Going to curve down the third baseline. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. That's going to go very far and foul again. 0-2. Chamberlain. Pass it off again. Forcing Con Wilson. The ginger-haired, bearded pitcher. He is for the Dutchman. Throw even more pitches. He is averaging, he's about 11 pitches per inning. He's at 45 now after that foul. 2-2 the count. That's going to go foul again, so a very good at-bat for the catcher, Chamberlain. And a big swing, and Wutelson gets it and kills any sort of momentum for ABH. Still 2-0. Bottom of the fourth, Dutchman about to come up. Beanish Jackson, so we're into the meat of the lineup. 2, 3, and 4. Amalgamated Baseball Holdings did make a couple of additions to their team. In addition to Orlando Gwynn and Ortiz Ranchez, who we of course see playing in the starting lineup, and Tim Wakefield. They also did get Oral Mulholland from Wobbs as a starting pitcher. They sent down Scott Gorku and Anatoly Smorin. They have beefed up that starting rotation. And it's going to be a starting single to get things going here in the bottom of the fourth. Woody Wooks will face Wakefield, who is already 31 pitches to the good. That's going to get a big swing on it. I might go to the warning track. I think it is fielded. Yes, Truck is able to get under it. And that is going to keep the runner at first. Here is Bustles Muxon in the cleanup spot. Runner on first. I do not have my statistics to roll off how these players performed in the prior season. And he's going to strike out looking. Just watching that one go right by, and here's Hoon McMunch, who has certainly seen Wakefield already in the Nursery League just a few weeks ago, and they caught him stealing Bobson. Dugnut grabs it right from Chamberlain, and the inning comes to an end, still 2-0. Willie Dustis will start things off for Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. And last place in the season in the Continental League last year. That is going to be strike 2 going by. Ball 1. And the big swing, and that's going to be out number 1 as Willie Dustin strikes out, and very much seems upset about that. And well, here comes Tim Wakefield, the most dangerous hitter so far. Hits it fair, gets to the first baseman, and it is run 2 out. Number 2, Uthelson gets there in time, and again, first baseman, just able to get his body in front of it. And Todd Gonzalez, you're not used to seeing the pitcher being one of the most dangerous hitters, but here we are, and that's going to go right to Jackson, throw to Kooks, and the third out is recorded. Halfway through this game, bottom of the 5th, still 2-0 to Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, the Schenectady, New York team, known as ABH. Again, the team where Mike Kroc led every single batting record last season. There was no hyperbole in that. That is absolutely true. Mike Kroc, the center fielder for ABH, has led every single statistic in hitting last season. Home runs, hits, average, you name it. So again, they tried to just beef up their offense, find some contact to include inside. Mentioned to Gwynn and Ranges. That's an out, and oh, it's overthrown. But the stolen base is recorded. Unable to capitalize on the throwing error, but again, stolen base, and with 1 out, here is Joey Bredd gonna single that one into center field. Truck will have to chase it, and there is a run home, and hop to the Dutchmen as they get the first run of their season. 2-1 game with a runner on first. Here is Rob Dobster, and he's going to single that one to left field. Hernandez with the throw, and we got runners on first and second. Dobster has found himself in the starting catcher role with Mike Gunk moving down to the late offside. And, bringing in a new signing. Joey Bredd, of course, in the starting lineup. Also, Boyce Harden, who can play both first and third base, is one of the options, and that's going to be a strikeout for Uthelson. So Ben Mork Stramperson with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Contact will most certainly, you have to imagine, any sort of contact that leaves the infield will lead to a tie game and perhaps more. Wakefield again. Wakefield's stealing it. And that's going to go, into the glove of Bobson Dugnut. Well, that is fantastic fielding from Dugnut. And that will kill the run that the Dutchmen were trying to build. They'll get 1, but it's still 2-1 to ABH, who starts at the top of the 6th with a leadoff single. That was, in fact, Dugnut with the single. Additional signing to the side, and that's going to be be an easy to 6-4-3. Fancy Dan. Double play. Hernandez hits into it, and the Dutchmen clear the bases. That Fancy Dan, brought to you by Fancy Dan. Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan and their various array of styling salves, follicle creams, and other hair shampoo products. That's going to be Truck on with a single. He's going to try to steal. Not known for being a very fast runner, but you know, maybe there's been something we didn't know about in the off season that the factory workers have maybe done their calisthenics, their Hindu and or judo squats, and well, we'll see if the speedy, defensive-minded Dutchman can bring the offense to life with Beanish Jackson. And that'll be an unassisted out by Willie Dustis.
Now batting, number 4, the first baseman.
Beanish Jackson, of course, solidly the starting third baseman for the Dutchmen. They brought in Boyce Harden as a backup for off days. They put the infielder, Boyce Harden. Good bat on him, but again, you know, not really to see break into the lineup just yet. We're seeing McMunch and Joey Bread already in there, getting a look on the first game of the season. And of course, the one addition to the bullpen of the Milwaukee Dutchmen is Beth Factory, who served as the closing pitcher for the Leighton Park Lowlanders. Has been brought in as a relief pitcher. So we'll see Beth Factory later. Bood Hooges, the closing role for the Dutchmen. Again, the Dutchman management has said, well, they're not against necessarily switching roles and putting in Factory as a closer if that's not enough of a roll. But to industry, we've got a home run to give the Dutchman the lead. Well, Kooks gets home, and I believe that was who McMunch? Was that indeed who McMunch? I don't have my stat sheet in front of me to actually know who went into who was in the 5th spot of the lineup, but 3-2 to the Dutchman, and Orlando Dwin, top of the 7th, now has to face a deficit. He's going to ground that one out to McMunch, and the throw to Kooks is in time for the out. Out number 1. Here's Raul Chamberlain, the catcher. And a solid roll. He's very much the starting catcher for ABH. No real challenge there in the role. I don't think there was anyone coming up through the WOBS system. Wholly owned baseball subsidiaries, as we did get to watch some of that wonderful action. Good to see the youngsters get some of their tryouts in, get more and more young Dutch baseball players to join the Leighton Park side. As we see our first trip to the bullpen, Buzzles Muxon's going to come out for Hofty Bagdood. But here comes one of the revelations of a pitcher, Ood Thoyd, coming in for Ron Ruthelsson. He's going to give up a hit, a single, for his first at-bat. And here comes Tim Wakefield, the pitcher, still in for the, not going to be subbed out. And why would you? He's got a home run. He's represented half of the runs scored by ABH. He's going to make contact with that one. That's going to find the gap. It's going to go all the way to the warning track. It's going to be multiple bases for Wakefield, and he's going to bat in another run to tie this game up. Top of the order here is Todd Gonzalez. First pitch is foul, but Amalgamated Baseball Holdings now have a dangerous hitting pitcher. And that's going to be a single. Good fielding will keep the runner at third for Bobson Dugnut. So Gonzalez on first.
Wakefield on third. And you have to imagine he's going to come back out to the mound for the bottom of the seventh, as Food Floyd was one of the top relief pitchers in all of the Continental League, was a revelation as he was found. And you can understand why there wasn't too much pitching moving around in the developmental system, as the out was reported to Cooks. Easy play to first. Leaves 2 runners on. It's tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Joey Bread. Joey Bread, left fielder. After Goody Fine was sent down to Lake Park, Joey Bread maybe finds himself as a starting left fielder, perhaps. Of course, there are players down in the farm system, and he's going to strike out. Swinging on that one as Wakefield continues to stay alive, and Max Beef is going to come in as a pinch hitter for the catcher Rob Dobster. So I think a backup catcher coming in perhaps, and Ranchez gets in front of it. The third baseman makes the throw to Dustis. Good fielding from Ranchez, and Wakefield has fieldings to fourth from ABH. That's going to go right to Gonzalez for an easy out. No runs scored on that inning. Top of the 8th, tied at 3. Food Floyd takes the mound again for Mike Sananas, who will come out for, here we go, Sleeve Redrosian, a new player, and Max Eve is currently sitting behind the plate at catcher. It's a bit uneasy not seeing someone at catcher that's not really supposed to be playing catcher, but again, they work with what they have as far as that goes. And that's going to be a single all the way to center field for the Spiders. And here is Mike Truck with Hernandez on first. This is not the kind of pitcher, that Food Floyd wants to see, but one of the best pitchers in the league, versus one of the best pitchers in the league. I think this is, if you're a neutral to the cause, this is the exact kind of matchup you want to see, as he's going to steal, and he's in with the stolen base. Hernandez gets there in time, and he's going to walk Truck on that one. And that is going to be safe and move runners to the corners. Orlando Dwin. Another stolen base. Goodness me, Ranchez gets the second, and runners on second and third with 1 out. That breaks up the double play, and they will walk Orlando Dwin. Bring up the catcher, Raul Chamberlain. That is ball 1. That's fair. It goes 2. Well, it's a fancy Dan double play, as it looks to see. And in comes Nello Buthrot for Benwell Strampleson. Glenn Allen Nixon will come in for Sleeve Redrosian, who is only hitting. And Buthrot starts things off as a pinch hitter, getting on with a single. Here's Venus Jackson. Bottom of the 8th. The 2-3 double play to end that inning. And that's going to be out number 1 as the play made for first base. Cody Cooks.
The first baseman.
Third in the lineup has the Buthrot at second. Yes, I recall that was the, I believe the catcher looked at as a bit of a pop foul, pop fly, and made the throw to first to get the runner who did not tag up. And that's going to be foul again, so 1 and 2 the count. Wakefield continuing to pitch. 8 innings for Tim Wakefield into the 80s now. 81 pitches. astounding for a rookie to the Continental League. And Amalgamated Baseball Holdings may have found a missing link in their challenge to become champions. He's really being forced to throw a lot of pitches. He's going to walk Hooks on that one. Here is Food Thoyd. And they are going to go to the bullpen, go to the bench. Dash Buckman, pinch hitter, will pop this one high up into the air. It is easily played, and yes, Mike Truck will get under it and register out number 2. But again, I have to feel that Wakefield is looking very tired. Here is Poon McMunch, a 3 for 3, and they will go to their closer, Mario McIlwain. Get this important out. He's fouled down the first baseline. Poon McMunch, 3 for 3 today. The rookies are really showing up. And that's going to be a good diving play to Dugnut. Oh, they did not get him. So McMunch is now 4 for 4 today. And bases are loaded for Chesty Squiders. Saw the play at second. Made the flip after the dive. And not in time. That is going to go past the infield. That's going to score 1 run. Perhaps 2. Yes, it is going to be 5 to 3 to the Dutchmen. And that is going to be a huge play for Milwaukee. As diving play, that's going to bring another one home. Oh, Ranchez could not get it. A big hop to the Dutchmen as this Milwaukee baseball ground full of Dutchmen and Dutchwomen are cheering on this late rally. Justice gets the third out. And it will be the closer, Bood Hooges. Bood Hooges for Milwaukee. With a nice scratch of the rectum area. And coming in, first base for Booty Fuchs is Boyce Harden. Now Buckrock now in at second. So a bit of a fielding thing, and cannot get. Boyce Harden could not get to that foul ball. So it's going to be a starting single for the ABH side, Amalgamated Baseball Holdings. Here is the closing pitcher, Mario McIlwain. He will not come in, of course. Dean Westry, right fielder, coming in as a pinch hitter. Big swing on that one, facing, again, Bood Hooges, the closer. And that's going to be foul. This should be easily playable. And Venus Jackson, the third baseman, gets the first out of this, the top of the 9th. 2 outs to go for their first win, and that's going to be off of Bood Hooges' ankle, and it is going to be safe at first. So the tying run, Bobson Dugnut at the plate, only 1 out. A double play is very much a possibility. That's going to go high and far, only to the warning track, and it's out number 2, but it is going to put the runner to third. So runners in the corner, 2 outs. We are only looking for the final out, and it is Glenn Allen Mixon for the left fielder. Fouls off the first one, and my goodness, Mike Truck is on deck. So you want to get this out absolutely now and end the game before Mike Truck can come to the plate with a chance to win the game, or at least tie it, and that's 1 and 2. Hooges could not make the play. Throw to first. It is out in time to Harden. Hop, hop, hop to the Dutchman. A big win for Milwaukee. Their first win in the 1920 season. And that is a big, big win for them. The final score, Milwaukee, 6 runs off 10 hits. They defeat Amalgamated Baseball Holdings, who only scored 3 runs off 13 hits. Off the winning pitcher, Food Thoyd gets the win, as again it was a tie game for so much of that game. Bood Hooges gets his first save of the season. Tim Wakefield pitching 7 2/3 innings, just a yeoman's effort. Still, however, is recording the first loss. And the dandies of the day, brought to you by the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company. Reminding you that only the finest dandies smoke honey wheat tobacco grown in the beautiful fields of the Carolinas. Reminding you, as always, to smoke wheat every day. The third dandy of the day goes to Con Wooflson, starting pitcher for Milwaukee. Tim Wakefield gets the second dandy of the day, and the first dandy of the day, the finest dandy of the day, goes to Hoon McMunch. Rookie for the Milwaukee Dutchmen, goes 4 for 4 with a home run, 2 runs batted in, 3 runs scored himself, and a stolen base. What a day for the rookie in his first ever game, and you know they will absolutely be ecstatic about that one. Well, my good people, that is going to be it for us today. We will be here back again tomorrow afternoon for the second game of this 3-game series. I believe it might be Dave Dump McDan, if I have my statistics correct. I'm still looking it up. I apologize not having it in front of me. I will get this squared away by tomorrow. And I believe Ansem Sweeney. Perhaps, starting pitchers are still being figured out as, of course, it's the first round through. Perhaps it might be Oral Noel Holland, we're not entirely certain, who Amalgamated Baseball Holdings will put up there. But, as always, thank you to the Dutchmen and Dutchwomen for listening on 9XM, Milwaukee Public Radio. And until tomorrow, bedankt wordt hier luisteren. Tot ziens.